Meanwhile, Donald Trump says if you're paying attention to the math, his opponents have zero chance of taking the nomination. Look at this.
And, you know, look, I have a Senate, I have a governor. They both are statistically, mathematically, they're gone. They can't win. The only way they can...
But what about Trump's chances? How does Trump get the delegates he needs to secure the nomination? Here to break down the political math is analyst Scott Rasmussen, the founder and president of Stirk. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers.
All right, where we stand today. Donald Trump, of course, needs 1,237 delegates to win the nomination. He's got 845 right now.
Okay, I can do the math. That means he needs 392 as of today to win.
He's going to have a good night tonight. 5 states voting.
Those are the 5.
The 5 states here, he's going to win all 5. On my website, I have projections for all the remaining states, how many delegates Donald Trump might take. I'm projecting between 98 and 123 for Trump today.
Okay.
So let's give him the 123.
You add that together, and you wind up with just short of
1,000.
970.
That's right. Now, after today, there are 10 states left.
Okay.
4 of the 10 states are winner-take-all.
That's the big.
Well,
that's the
New
big prize
Jersey,
right there.
New Jersey will go for Donald Trump and give him 51 delegates. The other 3 we expect to go for Ted Cruz. But the big number is where Donald Trump ends up. Add those 51 to the 968. Donald Trump is over the 1,000 mark.
Okay, let's move on. These states are important because?
They're proportionally represented. Basically, if you get 30% of the votes, you get 30% of the delegates. This could be a slight range, but the mid-range estimate would be for Trump to get 33 delegates here, bringing his total to 1,052.
Okay, so part of this alliance betwixt Mr. Cruz and Mr. Kasich was in Oregon and also New Mexico.
Right.
Cruz was going to drop out, so Kasich could go ahead. But if it's proportional, it's not really going to make a difference.
It doesn't really matter. All that matters here is what Trump's total is. I think that was a little face-saving for the Kasich campaign. Also, the night of the Oregon primary, Megyn Kelly is sitting down with Donald Trump. That could be the biggest news of the night.
Fantastic. That's going to be terrific.
Now, West Virginia, it's kind of a funky state. Donald Trump is expected to win there, but the delegates are elected directly, and it's a very confusing ballot. There's 34 delegates at stake. Nobody knows how many Trump will end up with. It could be anywhere as low as 10, maybe as high as 28. Split the difference. That brings him to 1,071 delegates.
That's so close.
Getting there.
It comes down to the end, doesn't it?
2 states. Indiana votes this coming week.
A week from today.
Right. California at the end. Now, these states are important for 2 reasons. Number 1, we don't know who's going to win. Second, we think they can accumulate a lot of delegates. What that means, on a good night for Donald Trump, he wins both these states. He gets 164 delegates. Brings his total to 1,235.
That's too short.
Yeah, but he'll get some unbound delegates. He wins if he wins these 2 states.
Okay, that's the scenario where he would win if he was that close. However,
if he loses these 2 states, could be 66 delegates. He'd be 100 short. He loses the nomination if he loses these 2 states.
Okay, given the fact that he would be 100 short, how close would Ted Cruz be?
Ted Cruz would be a couple hundred delegates behind Donald Trump. It would go to a second ballot, and that's something we haven't seen in forever.
Come back tomorrow and talk about that, would you?
We'll be happy to.
All right, Scott Rasmussen. Excellent.